face in the year. I just see him in the background.
Yeah, that's all he is. He in the background. Welcome to the 50 show, because everybody can't go and say sports. And y'all see, I got the legend himself, D Money. Hey, D Money. Usually I'm starting off with Kane stuff, but man, Sharon Moore just got fired. That's crazy.
Man, what a fumble. Honestly, I feel bad. Like, truthfully, let me switch my mic. Let me get the good mic on. But yeah, truthfully, I feel bad just because, I mean, it's Christmas. You know, this guy's getting fired. This guy had the dream job, messed it up. You know what I mean? Now he's got to go home to his family. Just blew the whole opportunity, man. I mean, you can't. It's a tough situation, man. I feel for his family. I feel for him. I mean, and the girl. I mean, what a mess, man. That's because this is not like Jim Harbaugh. You know, it's not like this guy. This is his opportunity.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, D Money. You were thinking with the wrong head. Let me get to some of these chases, man. Sure, thanks for coming here and subscribe. Go Canes. I think we can make a run. And who knows? Maybe. You know what time it is. Play by the rules. Thanks for coming here and subscribe. Yo, 50. You have to be in it to win it. Sorry to hear Ray is hitting the ball. Me too. Canes family wish the young man nothing but the best. When one door closes, another one opens. With the U's up. Yeah. My boy J Rod, thanks for coming and subscribe. What up, 50? D Money. Time to walk into College Station and put belt dash. You know it. You know it. My boy Plain Time. Thanks for coming and subscribe. I'm here. Start the show. Man, this man here, man. Dude here. My boy Kane Forever. Thanks for coming and subscribe. He say 50 chasers, D Money. We in the playoffs. Yeah, he gonna let you know he a member, man.
That's it.
Hey, look at my boy Seti, man. Thanks for coming and subscribe with the like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what time it is. And he got them views up, man.
Hey, love the chasers, man. Love the chasers.
Yeah, they showing love.
Hey, one thing on Ray real quick before we get off that, because, you know, I got to say this one. First of all, Ray, I hope he, you know, goes to USF or somewhere where we can play, balls out, you know, goes like the Brashard Smith route. And we see him on Monday Night Football. I mean, I hope he's always been, I don't know him like that, but just interacting with him, always been good. So I want only the best for him. But I will say, because I remember this, because I remember vividly, I was sitting on the bleachers watching my son practice baseball, and you called me. I forgot what it was about. And we were talking spring, and you were like, we're talking fall camp. You're like, man, I heard Ray's making a run. I'm hearing Ray's the guy. I'm like, 50, listen, tell the chasers, because the chasers know you're only going to give them the truth.
Right.
Malachi Tony. Forget everything else you heard. Malachi Tony. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. And I started telling people, and I'm just like, Malachi Tony. But I saw it in the scrimmage, but I'm like, Ray ain't look too bad in the scrimmage either. But I'm like,
oh, he did good. He had a good spring.
But I'm like, spring. But I'm like, Malachi Tony, it ain't matter who was the quarterback. He was getting his.
Crazy, man. All-America now.
Yeah, like Malachi was balling with Emory. That's hard to do. So, yeah. That is crazy, man. But, yeah, man, he just, hey, I hope nothing but the best for him. He just happened to be behind Restrepo. Then a phenom comes in. Like, that's the crazy of the draw. So let me ask you this, D Money. Create your own. Name your offense and defense ACC All-Americans in your opinion on this team. Like, who should have made that list?
Yeah, from our team. So I'm going to say first team, right? Let's just say the first team kind of guys. I would say Malinois for sure on offense. You know, Malachi Tony for sure on offense.
Yeah.
You know, I got to look at the tackles, because this wasn't like, it's not like the ACC had a lot of tackles playing great ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not sure Markel Bell wasn't one of the best offensive linemen out here. I mean, how many times did you see Beck get pressure from the backside? It was very, very rarely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know who's out there on the list. I know Clemson's tackle's okay. But I mean, you've seen this conference, like they don't really block like that. So I think we should have multiple guys on the first team. Yeah. And I would probably say Markel and Malinois, or Inez Cooper.
Yeah.
And Malinois. Then if Mally, Beck, I mean, other guys had better years. I would take Beck over those guys, but you got to give them, Mensa had a good year. You got to give them that respect from their stats. Defensive line for sure. Bain, I would say for sure. Messidor, Moten is up there with the way he played to finish the year. And Keontae Scott for sure. I say probably those guys.
Jacoby Thomas.
Oh yeah, Jacoby Thomas. Thank you, Jacoby Thomas. Absolutely. And yeah, and I don't know the kicking. I gotta look at the kicking stats. We had a good one all year, but yeah, I would say Jacoby Thomas for sure.
Yeah, man. One wait, what my boy Juan Roel? Thanks for coming and subscribe. He say, D Money, what up, bro?
Yeah, man. I mean, the Chasers, these are my friends and family. I see these guys every day in the chat.
That boy, the shark outfit said, lace your boots up. Go Canes, yeah. Lace your boots up, man.
Yeah, I gotta print the shirts because that's been a slogan lately.
Yeah, cuz we better go on the run. Like, I agree with what you said, because I definitely feel like how Keontae Scott and Jacoby Thomas not first team is crazy to me. Markel Bell could have been first team, but they had him third team. Trying to think. They had Wesley Basaint third team. I was like, okay, not bad. But Inez Cooper should have been first team. He was second team. Brockemeyer, he like Jekyll Hyde. You don't know what you're gonna get from him, but when he on. He killing people.
Yeah, I think pass blocking for him is high level, and then the run blocking, he's up and down. But it's one of those things with this offensive line. It's like they like, I don't say participation trophies, but they like to spread the wealth. I mean, if you look at the offensive line, it's Miami, they're the first team. Miami, Clemson, Georgia Tech, SMU, Florida State. So they got every team hit there. When in reality, we know the Miami offensive line was playing higher level than all these dudes. Against real teams, right? When they right now, we're going to play Texas A&M, and they got to worry about our offensive line. These other ACC offensive lines, you send them out to the playoff, it's not looking good. So I think that was a little bit spreading the wealth instead of who's really the best.
Yeah, that's all they were doing, but it should have been all Cane conference. But hey, you know how this conference is. They've been messing us over since we signed here. And I ain't gonna lie to you, D Money. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really believe in coincidences. It ain't a coincidence. Ever since we came to this conference, we fell down. I used to blame LSU, but now I blame the ACC.
Well, you saw Ogeron in that interview, right, where he's talking about that NIL. The only difference is we went from the back door to the front door.
Yep.
That's it right there. I mean, we all knew that, but Miami had to move a little different because of all the scandals and everything, and they got more of an. Our scandal got blown up on CNN when a million times worse is happening everywhere else. So, Miami had to move a little different than the SEC in that way. And I think that hurt us big time.
Yeah, that hurt us big time. Definitely when you know how these shorties come up at the crib. They been getting paid since Little League.
Yeah.
So I ain't trying to hear, oh, you ain't got no money. You a university. You feel me? You getting over. But now you really got to pay that bag. They probably used to get it for the cheaper back then. You know what I'm saying? Now you probably got to pay them M's.
It was 40 G's for like a 5-star back in the day. Now we're talking about, that's not even a women's basketball backup. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, it shows you, when you see that kind of stuff, it makes you realize how bad these players were getting treated because they were getting paid, but they weren't getting paid their market value. And nothing's changed. It's not like, what was Cam Newton was the guy that got paid the most, and he was underpaid. What Cam Newton paid? Let me see.
Man, what they allegedly say
$100,000 was what his dad was asking for. $100,000. I'm telling you, 50. You go to whoever the number one women's team is right now in basketball. Maybe it's Notre Dame. Go to that roster, those top women's basketball players, and they are clearing way more than Cam Newton was making.
Come on,
to win a championship by himself in football. Think about that.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Because how I feel, like what you just said with the women, it's like I said, they were getting over for the cheesy cheat, and now you gotta come with and I see that they be going up to the court, still trying to fight this, and it's like the judge laughing. I'm like, y'all still trying? Y'all this arrogant? You know what I'm saying? So it just one of those where get with the times, adapt to die. And right now, the NCAA looking like Dabo Swinney. They fell off.
So what the latest thing that happened was, and this was going on while the college football playoff stuff was going on. So Miami fans weren't that tuned into it because they had all their, we had to worry about the playoffs and everything else. But there was a bill they were trying to put through the House of Representatives which was basically like the NCAA what they wanted to do, right? So they got all their lobbying. They spent like tens of millions on lobbyists to try to push this through. Tommy Tuberville is a former coach. He was in Congress. So they're trying to push this one through. And basically it was going to make the NCAA strong again. So they're paying players, but the NCAA would control everything. They could put a cap on it, whatever. And then they could not get sued if the law changed. So they were getting sued and losing all the time, the NCAA. So the way to avoid that is you go to Congress, you say, all right, we'll change the laws and make sure that I can't get sued. Give me an exemption from getting sued. So basically, if Congress would have blessed that, NCAA would have been powerful as ever because now they can't even get sued. And every time they get sued, they lose. That thing didn't, they spent tens of millions on that. The NCAA president was a former politician. I think it was the governor of Massachusetts. So he was brought in just to do this. So they put all their eggs in this basket and it didn't even go to a vote. Like it flopped big time. Like as bad as it could have flopped, it flopped. So now, and this all happened like a week ago and it was a surprise. So I think what's happening now is they got to go back to the drawing board and say like, man, things that we did not want to do, basically treating this kind of like NFL where, you know, you guys got your union, we got our people, and we negotiate and we make the rules together. They did not want to do that, but that might be their only choice because court, they're getting smoked, like you said, and then Congress, they just got smoked. So there's really no other where to go other than say, all right, well, we can't do it that way. We got to, you know, come to terms and basically be like an NFL where the players have equal power to the owners.
Yeah. And that's all it is. It's like, why don't you want to respect the kids? It's like, you gotta play these guys. Both of y'all can leave now, the way the rules are set up. So you gotta see them as equal. I just don't understand it. Like,
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that the thing that they do need is like you do need contracts. Like I'm all about the players, but you also, I understand you can't just have 1 year contracts. So these guys are renegotiating every offseason. They have a great year and they're asking for more money. I mean, that's not really the best way for stability either. It's not good for fans because they can't, you know, support their guys. Coaches go crazy because they got to negotiate with their players every year. But if you do it like our NFL where you guys make the rules together, you can say, all right, well, these are the kind of contracts we can give out, right? These are the portal rules. Like, and you can make it so you're making more rules, but the rules are a two-way street. The players got to have a say in the rules as opposed to just, hey, these are the rules. You guys are going to accept it.
Yeah. My boy Plain Time, thanks for the fire. He say the current model is not sustainable. It will ruin the sport. Oh no, they gonna have to come to terms. That's what we talking about, Plain Time. They gonna have to get on the same page, hands down, because this is not gonna work. Because I'm hearing crazy stuff like a quarterback wants $7 million, and I'm like, $7 million. I'm like, yeah, it's time. It's either adapt or let the sport die. And I doubt they want the sport to die because at the end of the day, you're still making a lot of money off this sport. This is the number one in college athletics. This will keep everything going. Florida won a natty in basketball. It didn't matter. They still fired their coach.
Yeah. Number 2 sport in the country. Like, believe it or not, I didn't even realize this, and I should know. I mean, this is my job, but I didn't even know this until last year. College football is the number 2 sport in the country, ahead of basketball, ahead of baseball. It's just NFL and then college as far as financial and ratings and power and all that. So it's like, yeah, they got to get it right. It's the sport's blowing up money wise and ratings wise. The Big Ten championship just had crazy ratings. So all that stuff's good, but you know, you got there's no more exploitation. You got to come to the table equal, and then you do it like the NFL and the NBA and everybody else does it.
Yeah, and like you said, number 2. So with that, you just gotta respect these. Like, I don't get why you don't want to. Hey, that'll be a whole nother conversation. I'll be here all day. Like, come on, man. This definitely ain't them old days. So they can get that out their head. But yeah, hey, producer, put that picture up of these recruits. Because there was some things that I want D-Money to talk about right now.
I'm jealous, man. I wish I had a mystery producer behind the scenes like our boy G here. That's what I need one of those behind the scenes guys to just be moving stuff and putting pictures up.
Yeah, man. Most blue chip signees. You see, we got 20. USC with 22. Your thoughts, D-Money?
That's good. I mean, they signed 30, so good ratio, and then also that's a lot of human beings coming through the door. And those are good names too. Obviously, we're playing Texas A&M, so these are the big boys. Beat Notre Dame, right? USC's kind of coming to the table now. I think they realized they got to get their recruiting right. They paid $1 million for a GM,
Right.
so to help Lincoln Riley out. So they signed like 30 something kids, #1 class in the country. That's really changing their whole roster. So yeah, listen, I like this class. You see Jackson Campbell right there. I think that's plug and play, kind of like Mawanoa. So we'll see. I mean, we'll find out when they're here, right? Because I don't think we expected, at least I didn't expect last year's class to be as good as it was. And then when you see them in spring and fall, you're like, man, add them up. These are a lot of guys that are playing as freshmen that look like they're going to be real deal players. Malachi Tony is already an All-America. Bryce Fitzgerald, not that far away. So
right.
I guess you got to see till you get them, but more often than not, these stats are going to be close to how it is. So I like that. I like those numbers.
I like that. And I also like the philosophy of senior guys that we get added. Like I love that philosophy because proof is in the pudding. That always pop. It's hard to replicate if you're garbage, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't something like everybody can do. And some schools probably ain't gonna ever do it, but we are doing it. And like I said, when I saw us get JJ done it all, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got Samarian Wingo who turning up, Milan Paris. You getting these type of guys. You got the tight end, Gavin Mueller. Like, I'm a vibe, D-Money, but if he come in with his head on straight, he could start. I'm just being honest. Like, I was looking at that. Like, he got some competition now because Brad Scott can figure it out. That's trouble too.
Yeah, he got a 55 shot put. Does Mueller? That's like Jalen Rivers, and that's power. And then he's out here running. You watch his highlights. He's running by guys. He's dunking it. So he's got a lot. The whole tool set 6'6", 6'5", I think 250. Yeah. So all that's there. What's crazy? I didn't really think about it this way, but really what you're talking about here with the way that this thing is set up, where now they do visits and commit for the most part before the season, whereas I know you remember back when we were following recruiting the first time, they'd be all the action would be in January, right? Mm-hmm. Which is after the high school season. Right. So now you look at it and it's like, all right, well, they're committing before the season starts. That's like, imagine the NFL draft. If you're like, all right, we're going to draft all these players and then they're going to play their last year of college. You know what I mean? Think of how many guys you get wrong, right? I mean, where's Kate Klubnik getting drafted, right? Or Drew Aller, right? You know what I mean? So Messidor, right? He'd probably go low. So it's like, it's basically the same thing if you're just getting your class together and not looking at, oh shoot, I got a call from UM. Drop off. I'll be right back. Back.
And he got a call from UM, y'all. But yeah. Let me get to some of y'all up in these comments real quick. My boy Jay White, thanks for coming in. Subscribe to some Darion coming in early. Yup, part of this blue chip ratio. My boy, Mr. Lean on. Well, I hope he used to say lean on Cam Ward, but now let's see if he on some lean on Beck. Let me know if you on some lean on Beck. He said the evals was great. That's what covering. Nah, they was hands down. My boy Kendall, thanks for coming, subscribing, and being a member with the use up. And my boy Can't Forever say R20 under this style will get developed, hands down. And football Noah. I know you don't like me call you that, but hey, boy, that's a raw name. Thanks for coming and subscribing. All my I see hell, you know it. You know it. And that boy Bo said must be the money caller. Oh man, you know how that going. My boy said lean on that run game and that defense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got that defense. Yeah, you see what's going on. That defense carrying us, and that's another thing. Like I said, with the team that you got now, and then you add this to it. So when we do have them departures of the Ruben Baines, the Francis, and all that, it's like plug and play. You're gonna be good. Like Stick Raw TV just said. Thanks for coming and subscribe. We got a squad coming, hands down. Hands down. We have a squad coming. And it don't stop. This defense, they are disciplined, they are smart, and they know their assignment. This offense, they are cutting it loose, and they are breaking tendencies too. That's another thing. I know people scared like, oh, is we going to go back to that pussy ball stuff? No, I don't see that. I feel like Mario finna be on some Hey man, Dawson done got me here, got me out of a tight situation and cut it loose. We here now. We in this playoff. We gonna keep it cut loose. Why stop? We aggressive now. I think SMU has changed this team for the better. That SMU life, that SMU loss will go down in history. Watch my word. That SMU loss going to go down in history because now this is the team that you're gonna see. Matter of fact, when we beat Texas A&M, none of y'all gonna be shocked. The world gonna be shocked, but none of us gonna be shocked, man. Hands down. Hands down. But let me get this out the way. And with that being said, let's get to commercial break, producer.
Yo, what's good, Chasers? It's your boy 50, and we are proud to announce that we have sponsor with MyBookie, man. Yes, MyBookie, a great gambling site where you can bet anywhere, anytime, or any place, hell. And you get a 50% matchup up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip with this promo code, CAT, the number 6. CAT6. Yes, that's the code. CAT, the number 6. And y'all make sure y'all gamble responsibly. Yeah, y'all go get that for real.
Yeah, shout out to MyBookie for sponsoring this video. CAT, the number 6. Link is in the description. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube to, you know what I'm saying, this pod and Kane's Insight and Group Chat Sports. You feel me? Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, share, subscribe. If you're on X, retweet and like. You know what I'm saying? Join category playbook.com where you get merch. You know what I'm saying? Dad Derby Sports Picks, plenty more. Just come rock out with us. You know what I'm saying? And I seen this. He said Texas A&M cut our ticket allotment to 3,500 and 100,000 seat stadium. A damn shame. And AD Money, didn't Florida do something similar?
Yeah, I was sitting out there like by the birds. You know, I was like at the highest seat in the whole stadium watching that thing. Luckily though, we were beating them so bad in the second half. My boys that were down low called me up. They're like, just come down. And everybody left. You can just sit right here in the front. But yeah, they did cut our seats before the Cam Ward game where he blew them out.
Now, B-Money, now that I got you here, how we feeling by one of the greatest hires of this year and Corey Heatherman being the finalist for the Broads Award?
It deserves it, man. I mean, you've seen that defense last year to this year. It's like, I mean, night and day. They got better players, but yeah, that's like, I mean, I'm trying to think of the last time. Maybe Manny when he took over for D'Onofrio. Probably the last time you saw that kind of flip. But I think this defense is better than that defense.
Way better, hands down. Like this defense, I don't see a Wisconsin happening to this defense. I still remember that game where them boys out there, you know what I'm saying, styling on us. We made quarterbacks look better than I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, okay. Manny got his weakness. Right now, once I saw this DC adjusted to Louisville, even though we lost that game, I was sold on, like, I've been sold on Heatherman, but that was like, okay, proof is in the pudding, he legit. I don't care what people say about, oh, Louisville ain't that great of an offense and did that. Man, they missing so many players, bro. And when we played them, they had Isaac Brown and Kewan Brown. You feel me? So that's just one of them. Like, we done seen great teams, but I don't think Texas A&M has seen a defense that's good.
No, they haven't. I mean, they have not. You know, I'm just looking at it. Let me pull up their schedule right here. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Missouri had some good guys like defensive ends, but not, you know, top to bottom the way what Miami has with their defensive backs, the whole thing. I mean, just look at it. So you got 2G5, you got Notre Dame, who Notre Dame's defense is good, but you know, Miami's better. Auburn defense is good. They only scored 16 points in that game, Texas A&M. So it's not they scored a lot of points. I think Miami definitely can go over 16 against Texas A&M from the offensive side. Then Mississippi State bad D. Florida had already quit at this point. I think their coach was already gone. You know, Arkansas's got no D. LSU had a good D, but you know, the October 25th, I think their coach was already gone too. Yeah. Missouri we just talked about. South Carolina, not really. And Sanford at G5, not even G5, that's FCS. And then Texas shut them down. So I think you're dead right.
Yeah. Like, and my boy, he say, what you think about what Cristobal said about the SMU loss on that pod with Galloway and Herbie? I love what he said. Like he said, he had to relearn, he had to cut it loose. Hey, I remember you said let it rip. And I will tell you, I'm like, hey, I hope that's the motto for the rest of his career here. That should be it. And he don't strike me as the guy to go backwards, always moving forwards. What's your thoughts, D-Money?
Yeah, I mean, he's not. The one thing I think people misunderstand about Cristobal is they say he's stubborn. I really don't think he's that stubborn. Like, he's got his own things, that you can criticize, but to say he's stubborn, I mean, look at it. We had Gaddis who ran one thing, then boom, doesn't work. You got Dawson, who's the air raid guy. You had one type of defense, boom, you'd have another one the next year. Your quarterbacks have changed. Like, he changes things. He tries to do things right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that he's not a coordinator, like, that hurts him in some ways.
Right.
Because, it's always nice when your coach is the one doing it, because then you could lose guys and you still have the same system. But, that system needs to change. It's very hard for a head coach who's the coordinator to change what he's doing. I think Cristobal, he'll do whatever it takes to win, man. So it's like he didn't have an ego with that part of it. And it's like, all right, this is what we need to be doing. Then we need to be doing this. I don't think he has an ego when it comes to things he needs to change.
I agree with you. Matter of fact, the proof is in the pudding. He's the most unstubborn coach we done hired in a long time. Because if you think about it, I can't really speak on Randy Shannon. When I was watching him, it was just bad. Al Golden didn't want to fire the Northfield. Rick didn't want to fire his son. Manny Diaz didn't want to give up on that trash ass defense. So now we here with Mario, and he like, I ain't got no loyalty to no scheme, no nothing. I'm gonna hire what's the best. Who's the best? And another thing that I'm starting to realize, he ain't afraid to give it up to somebody that's smarter than him. At the end of the day, he's the CEO. And what's being smart is putting people that's smarter than you in positions to show what they can do. You let Dawson do what he do, now, bam. You let Heatherman do what he do, let them stay aggressive, now, bam. You putting belt on people. So that's why I really like the Mario stubborn talk. It's overblown. It's people who got hidden agendas, people who love Manny Diaz because he got an ACC chip and he 8-5. Clowns like that. They need to get with the times too. They need to adapt to die, because either get on their train or get ran over.
No doubt about it, man. So we'll see now. I mean, there'll be some lessons learned here in the playoffs, right? So hopefully it's good lessons, right? That we're doing certain things right. But this is going to be a big kind of like test to see, all right, this is how far we can get with what we have. Hopefully it's all the way, right? Here's where we might need to change and upgrade or do whatever. So we'll find out a lot here in these hopefully next few games, right? And even if you win, you still got to make adjustments. So hopefully it'll be interesting to see like what we learn from this level of competition, because you see that in pro sports where like you think a team's got something here, but then they go to the playoffs and they're like, you know what? This is what we need, a little more here. We need a little more here, right? Like this is good enough to win a lot of games, but it's not good enough to win a championship. So we got to upgrade this and that. The only way to find out is go through that playoff grinder. So it'll be fun to watch.
Well, I think that's going to be Texas A&M after we beat their ass. We need here. KFL say it's okay. Our trans baby's been there before. Now they grown, man. Miami Rose. He gonna let you know. You remember? Hey, that's kind of true, because they did like some of the guys that was here, like Inez Cooper, been in this stadium before, huh?
Yeah, Inez Cooper and I think just him. McCoy might have been there, I guess. Wesley Basaint would have been there. There's not a ton. Chase Smith would have been. I mean, he might have hurt, but he would have been there. It's not a lot of guys, honestly. It's crazy. This team's got so much turnover. But I'll say those are the ones that
have been in the stadium, but played this Texas A&M. A lot of people been here, because you remember when TVD was lighting their ass up. I think Bang was here, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, like when they came to play us. Yeah. And then Carson Beck played, I think, Texas A&M while he was at Georgia, and he's the most important one, right? Because he's a quarterback. So the fact that he's been there, I think that's pretty big, because he's the one that's got to communicate the most. He's the one that's got to handle the ball. So his experience there, I think, helps. Jacoby Thomas probably. Let me see who they played last year, but I bet he probably.
Jacoby Thomas been in all them little SEC stadiums. So
right.
Like, to keep it real with you, I'm really not worried about the stadium. I let them people talk about it, because for some reason, and this is it don't bother me, because I'm like, I'm glad they got this perspective. They really think we pussy, D-Money. That's what it is, bro. Like, They really think we saw. Like you could tell all these SEC teams. I go from space to space. I go from, seeing stuff, and they talk about us like we are SMU and Louisville lost. That's how they talk. They lost to Louisville. They lost to SMU. We finna beat these guys. All right. What about our matchup with Ohio State? They already own that type of time. That's how they feel. They feel like the SEC is so much dominant that they don't respect Miami. Because how the hell you lost to trash ass SMU and Louisville in their eyes? So when we punch them in the mouth, you're going to see a lot of arrogance like, oh my, I couldn't believe it. But that's what we had.
Well, listen, man, it's one of those things where you got to just play the game, right? And show what we have. I think a lot of people are watching these playoffs to see, all right, Miami's here now. They complain, whatever. They're here. Let's go. And it's how you perform in this situation that gets you respect going forward. I think Notre Dame, remember when Notre Dame would always go to these types of games and get smoked?
Yep.
And then last time they went far like they did, and you said, all right, you got to respect Notre Dame. I mean, they're beating Georgia. You know what I mean? They were a different level than they had been.
Right.
So I think, and then they got a lot of credit with the rankings. That's why I think in the rankings they were ranked so high, because people had just seen them do what they did. So if Miami wants to get respect for them, for the ACC, whatever, this is a good chance to show what you can do. And then everybody can talk how they want, but I think this is an opportunity to really show what's what when it comes to the Hurricanes and how they stack up.
Yeah. And let's keep it real too, D-Money. People got a lot of criticism for Mario, but let's keep it all the way real. When it comes to the best of the best, we always been prepared. Hands down. Always. Like, it ain't been a big game where I'm like, damn, we ain't ready. We finna get smacked. Nope. We in that game. And for the most part, once he got his team, we winning that bitch. Hands down. We winning that hoe. So I don't feel no different. Like, and the proof in the pudding for me was we spent a ranked Pitt team. I knew we were gonna beat them because they was ranked. I don't know what it is. Mario turning to Nick Saban against ranked opponents. I don't know. That is what it is. But yeah, that's what we do.
I have a lot of theories on this. I think physically we get stacked with those big guys, so that helps us compete in those games. But like, why do we have better success in those as opposed to like a long season? I was trying to figure it out because it's crazy, right? SMU gives you problems that Notre Dame doesn't give you problems, the same problems, right? Or whatever, name the team. I think the more I think about it, it's like his team's built to play close games and be physically up to par, right? So in a big game, he's physically up to par, and it's going to be a close game. A couple of things go your way, you win it. If you play like an SMU and you're built to play close games, and maybe not just SMU, but you play SMU, you play Louisville, you play Pitt, you play like a lot of these games, one or two, you throw some interceptions, you get 12 penalties, and then that kind of close game style, they got players too. They're not as good as yours, but they can make a play, right? Yeah. When it's close like that. So I think that's what really hurts you in these the schedule, the ACC schedule, because it won't hurt you for all the games, but one or two, and you keep it close. And again, that's the penalties. We had 12 penalties, I think, against SMU. Louisville obviously had the 4 picks. Like when something like that happens, because the margins are close and we're not built to like just blow the doors off teams.
Right.
The margin for error is less.
But
that's my theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's kind of how
it breaks down. But how I feel after that SMU, I was talking with you at, on the phone with the Miami. I was telling them, like, with the way things are going with this team now, after the SMU loss, I think that's gonna go down in history as a time where Mario just changed, like on some, all right, we run up the score on everybody. And I feel like if Chase A&M give us that chance, we're gonna do it.
Shoot, I hope we got those problems. That happened the first time they played Texas A&M, or sorry, the second time, the one they played in the Rock. That was like we were aggressive to the end of that one. Yeah, that was not like got a lead and sat on it at all. Well, we're doing, I think that was it Jacoby George on that third or fourth down. It was like a situation where you weren't expecting a deep ball, and then they went through it, and that was the icing.
Yep. He mossed Buddy, cut inside, got to celebrate. Jacoby George was hooping that day. And And that was the infamous quote from Dawson. You know what I'm saying? We never want to be conservative. Play conservative, you get beat. Like I said, D-Money, I feel like that's it. This the formula. No more of that conservative stuff. I'm dead ass. On the defense either. Because I feel like in that Florida State game, we got conservative on defense also. Everybody was talking about the offense, but that defense, it was a lot of wide open people. And I'm just like, Even Jacoby Thomas was getting mad when they were asking about it, like, hey, nah, that ain't the job to be open. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Listen, man, it's crazy. I just got a bunch of texts. Now people are saying that they think that DeBoer at Alabama would go take the Michigan job. And think about that. It's like it works out that way where it goes, this guy goes to Michigan. Now who's going to coach Alabama, right? Because then that person's going to leave a whole nother job where more guys become available. So this is all going to be
Tank Jones.
Yeah. You get if Lanning goes to Alabama.
Oh,
and DeBoer goes to Michigan.
Wait, Alabama got somebody though.
Well, I'm saying no, yeah, but what I'm saying is
Wilson.
Like Lanning could go to Alabama. Like that was the first person I thought of. So if Lanning would go to Alabama, I think they almost got him the first time. But let's say Lanning goes to Alabama, and then DeBoer goes to Michigan. Tank Jones is at Oregon. He just signed with them. They took a few guys from us. Those guys become available, or whatever. I mean, that's just one example. But like the destabilizing effect when something like that happens. Miami, who's stable, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All we can do, it's not like we're going to lose guys. So it's just more about taking advantage of when that situation happens and the dominoes start to hit. It's not just the one job. It's not just Michigan. It's the dominoes of who leaves to fill what spot, and then how does that affect the recruits and the portal and everything else? It's crazy.
Hey, D-Man, I can't believe I'm saying this because I hate these guys. But go Sooners. Let's get this on the road. Let's get this popping. I am ready for this. It's more so on. So I'm looking at the Jalen Lots of the world. Because Dan Lennon go to Bama. Because I ain't gonna lie. If DeBoer leave, Dan Lennon ain't finna tell them no. They finna give him an offer he cannot refuse. Ain't enough. Phil Knight can't stop this motion. Phil Knight can't stop it. They ain't going back, D-Money. They ain't going back to the Shula days. They're just not. So, oh man, like I always say this on the show: coaches get fired, classes get rated, and that's what's going to happen again. Classes going to get rated. I'm looking at Michigan. I'm like, who? Now it's even more than classes. Your team get rated too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like, who can we get? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to see. I want something off Michigan defense. That's what I'm looking at.
I just saw that this guy, because that Michigan's a public school, so public schools they got to disclose the salaries because it's like one of these things where it's taxpayer, it's public disclosure. Right. So this girl, at least the girl they say is the one involved, her salary went from $58,000, and then $90,000, 55% raise. I don't know how many 55% raises you got, and I can't say I've gotten one of those, but it must be nice.
Well, Sharon Miller paying that check for that box, man. Damn,
55% raise.
Woo, she was doing it. Hey, I ain't gonna take it there. Just know she earned that money. I tell you that. Cause he ain't getting fired for that.
He probably paying her to not say anything too.
Yeah.
It's hard to negotiate with somebody that's got your whole life in their hands.
Man, yeah. He probably stopped paying and all right, extortion time. Yeah. When you think with your whole wrong head, man. You gotta use the head upstairs. Hey, Kendall, hey, it was sitting there. I was just hey. Hey, my boy say it's good now with my face. We can run the best of both worlds. Be careful what you try your defense out there. And like when it comes to like playing each team, it's up. Oh, y'all laughing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, this is public stuff, man. Like, I don't know. That's suspicious. Like, that's how rumors start, and then when the rumors start, people start asking. I mean, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to see this. Because I feel like, and I'm just gonna spin it into they see Miami in them playoffs and they see what we about to do. They're like, we got to compete. We got to fire this coach. We got to get rid of him. Because I ain't gonna lie, in this era, we ain't got our hands tied behind our back no more. So the days of being garbage is over, hands down.
Hey, 50, I want you to tell me this. What do you think her performance review was like when she applied for that raise? Because it's not just him signing that, right? He's got to get approval and stuff. So what do you think her report card was like? Her performance evaluation, man, that thing must have sounded like Mother Teresa.
Her performance, man. Let's just say the bang bus was in Michigan, man. Because boy, they were going ham. And with that being said, let's go to a commercial break.
Yes, Chasers. I got something for y'all. We are proud to be sponsored by Partners Printing, a premier one-stop custom print shop. Yeah, they print everything, T-shirts, business cards. It don't matter. Whatever you want, they can get it printed. And they are located at 5700 Northwest 17th Ave. 5700 Northwest 17th Ave. So y'all go holler at one of the best in the nation print shops. One stop. They do it all, man. For real.
Yeah, shout out Partners Printing for sponsoring this video. Everybody talking about that 50% pay increase. Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? She earned that. She did some things for some change.
Man, that's
woo-wee.
If I see like a young, 20-year-old girl around Miami getting raised, I'm gonna start stopping people. Be like, no, stop.
Yeah.
I don't think we got to worry about that though. That's the good thing.
Yeah, man. Oh man, what'd you say, Bo? 50% pay increase. She must have had that gorilla grip. Yeah, man. She was grip Bayless. I don't know what was going on, man. I don't know what was going on there, man. That whoo, boy. And they used, I don't know, man. I don't know why. I just feel like they used the broadest bait on them. That's just how I feel. Bro, lose to Ohio State if you want to.
Yeah, because they don't got to pay now because it was for cause. So they don't have to pay them. They don't have to pay all that.
So, yeah.
Look at Andrew Williams. Says it's like how Forrest Gump got into school. Shout out to moms.
Yeah, like that's what it is. Hey, hey, matter of fact, let me play this.
During a college football season, you're essentially getting 3 good practices a week. You have your walkthrough, you have a lot of film, but like in terms of like on-field real reps, you're getting about 3 practices a week. So you do the math now. Carson Beck, if he's down 27 practices, he passed that 27 practice threshold right around the SMU game. Before the SMU game, Carson Beck, 14 touchdowns, 9 picks. Since passing more or less that practice threshold, now it's not against great competition, roll with me though, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick. My point in all this, even if you don't like the numbers, Carson Beck seems to be playing better football. I don't think it's a coincidence that the longer he's getting in this system and the more reps he's getting with his guys, both in practice and in a game-like scenario, he's improving.
Grip Bayless.
Oh man, boy.
Oh man, yeah, but no, the comment. I agree with the video, man. I mean, think about it. No spring, no summer. Then some of the guys he was throwing to were hurt. Lofton was banged up. Trader was banged up. Malachi was only a freshman. Josh Moore was only a freshman. Upshaw. So, like that limited amount of time before the season started, which was his only time. Like that wasn't perfect either. I mean, he got a lot of work done. He got a lot of progress, but it's not like he was done when the season started. So, all the math and stuff. I mean, yeah, I guess. But in general, the fact is, he did not have enough time to acclimate to a whole new team fully, and it just makes sense that the more he plays, the better he's going to get. He looks good as far as the way the ball's coming out the hands. It's the release is quick. Like physically, it all looks good. Mm-hmm. He's coming to the playoffs, one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Yeah, hands down. They're gonna be like, oh, but this Texas A&M defense secondary ain't all that good, and they run defense ain't all that good. Like this matchup really play into Beck's hands completely. Because it's like our O-line real good with the pass block. And you know, we gonna take our shots. We gonna get ours. Basically, what I'm saying is this team is not hard to score on. If Notre Dame can expose it, and you want to know something, I was looking at that game, D Money, and I'm like, boy, Texas A&M got blessed against Notre Dame. Like they really got blessed.
Yeah, their defense is not that strong, but their offense is good though. I mean, Notre Dame's defense is not bad, and they were putting up points. More points than we put up. So there was some good in that game, but there was also some stuff that I'm looking at. I'm like, they cause problems. They're fast.
Mm-hmm.
Those receivers, one play, they can hurt you with 3 of them. So, I would love to disrespect the opponent like Florida and Florida State and say they're sorry, but no, this is the playoffs, man. So I think we match up better in terms of like the balance between our offense and our defense.
Yeah.
But their offense is very strong and their defense is good, is not as strong, but good enough to cause problems if they're rolling on offense.
Well, I say this. Only way I see us possibly losing this game if we play into their hands. What I mean by that, if we be in too many third and longs and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't see us playing into their hands. I just don't see it. I'm not disrespecting them. They just not like I'm probably sounding like how they sound as an SEC. Like how they just don't see us as that competition. I don't see them stopping this offense. I just don't. Like the matchup. Now, the game for me is how my defense go against their offense.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like my defense is going to handle up. Why shouldn't I? I mean, they did it all year. And we're going by 4 quarters. The most points they gave up is 24. If you want to add overtime, 26. Never gave up 30.
You said it. I mean, that's the reality. You went through those defenses earlier in the show when you talked about their schedule. So it hasn't been the same level of comp in terms of on the Miami side. Yeah, I think you said it with third and long, right? Because it's like, I think for both teams, first of all, really to avoid getting on third and long passing downs, you got to run. That's pretty much the formula for that. Like if you stop the run, you're going to force a lot of third and long. If you can't run, you're going to be in a lot of third and long plus penalties. So, those 2 things are going to be key because once you get to third and long, you look at Texas A&M, all their offensive stats are top of the line. Then you get the third down conversions. We're like, I think 21st and they're like in the 60s, right? So they drop off a lot because you think about it, you got fast little receivers. You got a quarterback that's not like, a tall guy's going to stand in there. So you get some big plays, but like those got to have it. He's not as good. Whereas Beck, that's kind of what he's more built for. So yeah, so get them in third and long. And then from our standpoint, we're good on third down, but they have the number 1 third down defense in the country. They throw some crazy blitzes at you. They got Cassius Holmes. I always forget the last name, but the Cassius.
Howell.
Yeah. That Howell. Exactly. He gets after it on third down because he doesn't have to worry about the run as much, because he's a smaller guy. So when he just knows, all right, passing down, I can go, he's pretty dangerous. So third and long against them, that plays into what they like to do. Right. So, that's to me, who could run, who could stop the run. That's how that's why they lost Texas, because Texas ran on them and then they stopped the run enough. From our standpoint, we haven't run that well, aside from lately a little bit with Pringle coming in. So
yeah,
we got to be able to get that going.
Yeah. And I like what Plainton said about the refs basically screwed Notre Dame in that game, missed a blatant hold on the touchdown pass. They did. The lineman tackled the D lineman. I saw it. It felt like SMU just that. I'm like, damn, we were this close to not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
But look, we had the Lightfoot play. That was a one play that could have been, we could have died. We could have been trying to prepare a show on location, with a home game. If that went the certain way.
Yeah. So it is like, yeah, you're right. We could have been, okay, y'all coming to our house. James Madison. And that would have been, it would have been like Miss Sharon Moore and that girl. Bang Bucks is here. We would have played James Madison that first round.
But this is how it has to be, though. It's one of those things you got to kind of go in the way that it happened. Like as far as the adversity, taking the loss, like this is a step-by-step kind of deal. So I think it's good that we got in this way. Obviously, the road's a lot harder, but that was a gut check to have to bounce back the way they did when people were throwing dirt on them. So I think that was good for the team. It's good for the fans. It's good for the staff. Like, just good to get through that, because now next time the adversity hits, well, all right, well, we stuck with it and we got through and we got to our goal, at least the first goal of making the playoffs. So I think that it's not the way you want to go through it with the bracket, but I like that we had to go through it a little bit to get there.
Right. Right. And it's our first time. And speaking of, hey, matter of fact, put that playoff thing up there for the producer about teams ranked by their, they playoff appearance. Yeah. And look at that. You feel me? We just got one. You know what I'm saying? We one of the new 6 teams to make the playoffs. So we got the same amount as James Madison. Indiana got 2. That's how long we've been down, y'all. Indiana surpassed us in playoff appearance. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame got 3. Georgia
got 2 too.
Yeah, Washington got 2. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, because they had one earlier with the Browning, the quarterback for the Bengals.
Oh yeah. Back on the what was his name? Damn, I forgot his name. The one that from Boise.
Yeah, Chris Peterson. Yeah. So they got work to do. That's all right. I mean, it's the first one, but I think the first one's going to make the second, third one easier, just because recruiting wise, portal wise, just like the image of the program. Like, we're old, so we see the whole thing. We see the whole picture with all these teams. Whereas a young kid, he knows what's in front of his face. He's like, all right, well, Miami's the team. I saw Cam Ward last year. I'm seeing him in the playoffs this year. I know they throw the ball. I know they get after it with their defensive ends. Like, their frame of reference is smaller. So when it comes to recruiting and portal, stacking years like we've done, they don't think about all. Like, they weren't even a lot. Let's see, you're born in if you're 18, you're like Malachi Tony. You're better at math than me, but they didn't see, Coker, really. Like, they didn't see any of that. They weren't even alive.
Yeah.
And they were babies for other stuff. So, like, really, in terms of like actually watching, understanding football, I mean, how many years have they been watching? They've seen Mario come in, they've seen the improvement, and now they see us being good, and it's kind of what it is. They've seen the documentaries. Like, that used to be the only thing we had. You had to watch the documentary. It was dusty. Now you have a lot of things that make us look good.
Yeah, matter of fact, when Malachi throw a pass, he do the Ken Ward celebration. That shows you, I will watch a Ken Ward. Matter of fact, he was doing it in high school. So it was one of them like, okay, I'm watching Ken Ward. I'm inspired by this. And it's going to be more. Now the next generation is going to be Malachi inspired.
Yeah, they got the Gabos. They'll have the Gabos.
Yeah. All the game ain't based on sympathy. That what Michigan just told Sharon Moore. That's crazy.
Man, I honestly feel bad. I mean, we're laughing about it, but like, man, like, come on, like, that was apparently they're saying his Instagram. If you just follow his like likes and stuff, the guy's like doesn't even know people can see your likes. And your follows. So it's like, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just seeing stuff getting sent to me now, but I believe that I've seen that happen before. So, he's probably busy recruiting and not even thinking about it. But come on, man, like, it's not like he's going to get this opportunity ever in his life, and he hasn't done it yet. So it's like, this is the one.
Yeah, man. Boy, like I'm gonna say it again, using your wrong head, man. That other head gonna get you in a lot of trouble. And they got him. Now Brooke Bayless laughing to the bank. That's crazy.
And man, I feel bad for her too. I mean, she's the young one, so she's all like, her face is on all this stuff. It's a bad deal, man.
I really feel bad for Sharon Moore, my wife, if anything, because that's embarrassing for her.
Yes, holidays coming up. That's a big paycheck too.
Yeah, like, man, they just, boy, you finna learn a valuable lesson. Because Sharon Moore went to the school of Gaddis. Boy, I tell you. But back to
what the hell was going on in Michigan in that era?
Man, I do not know. Like, man,
plus they were cheating, like, in terms of the football at that time too.
Man, talking about Connor Stallions.
Yeah, so I mean, the coaches were probably wilder than the players. I don't know what the hell is going on in that coaching office for the Michigan era.
So you want to know something that I'm noticing about this ranked appearances? I see Bama 9, and I see Georgia 5. You see 3 and 2 and 7. I don't see no SEC there, so I'm just like, a lot of schools in that conference need to humble themselves. That's where I'm at with it. Because Texas A&M, you just got here just like us. You feel me?
That's a good point.
A lot of schools that feel like they did so much better than us. Yeah, no. Stop it.
Yeah, it was really Alabama and Georgia kind of running the show, and they're still in the playoff, but they dropped off from how dominant they were at that time.
Right. Like I see Texas with what 2? Yeah, okay. Like that's good for you, but it's just like,
and they're new to the party. I mean, they were for most of this time. They were in the other conference. They were in the Big 12.
So it's just like, what this Oklahoma 5th time, right?
And then how many of those were Big 12? Because they were getting in there with it wasn't all SEC.
Yeah,
I think this is their first one with SEC, if I recall.
Yep. So it's just one of those like, what we really doing. And the best team in Texas is Texas Tech. And this their first appearance. Yeah. And I feel like Texas Tech did what we did, if we being real. Went hard in that recruiting, went hard in that portal. Just go hard in both. I feel like that is the formula. Why complain about, this, that, and the third? Get talent. If somebody leave, they leave. But you trying to get talent.
Did you hear that comment from Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker for Texas Tech?
What he said?
Someone asked him, it was kind of a stupid question. And someone's like, what do you think about the people that say that this is the best team that money can buy? And he's like, listen, if you're going to spend the money, you might as well get the best. So it's kind of like, if you're the best, good. Like everybody's trying to spend money. It's not like one team's spending money and the other teams are not spending money. So if you're spending money and you have the best players and you win, all right, well, you're just playing the game better.
Yeah, like all that. Oh, because you think your team cheaper? Like I still remember that pitch. He was salty after we put that bet on. Really expensive unit. Shut your punk ass up. You feel me? Like, it's gonna be expensive. It ain't gonna stop. So that just one of those where I don't get the crying about money, because when we couldn't do it, man, I ain't see Al Golden or Mandia. Like, damn, that was an expensive unit we just went up.
He wrote, I'll say with Narduzzi, though, the one who said that comment, he did ride for Miami with the Miami Notre Dame dispute. He was very much like, listen, I obviously support your conference, but he was like, he laid it out how it was. So I think he hates Notre Dame too. That's what they say. So, but I mean, that's
not for this round. They made us look like a walk-on team.
Keontae Scott and Jacoby Thomas, they weren't cheap, but it's not like they were like, as good as they are now last year. Right. So there's a few guys there you can look at. Really, most of these guys improved from when they came to Miami. Yep. So on top of Miami's own guys improving. So there's guys getting better. Yep. Something's happening. I mean, our own guys like Ahmad Moden's getting better. Yep. Justin Scott, like you're seeing those guys develop, not just come in already ready-made, but then some of the portal guys like Thomas, Keontae Scott. Who else do we get in the portal that's taking a step up? Zachariah Poyser. That's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one right there. The kicker. Right, we got a kicker that wasn't kicking field goals, and now he's one of the best kickers in the ACC. Wow. So, you're spending to get those guys, but you're not paying. Like, if they were coming out in the portal how they're playing this year, you go broke trying to get those guys. Like, if Keontae Scott won the portal tomorrow and had another year of eligibility, it wasn't hurt. Yeah. You'd look at that and be like, man, this guy's an All-America. Like, what's an All-America cost? But he wasn't that when you paid him. So, it's really not money if they're getting better when they're with you.
Right. And that's another thing. I love the evals at the portal. Like, I looked at our first portal class. I'm like, woo. But they get better and better. It's like we adjust. All right, we ain't going to make the same mistake twice. Okay, bam, we got this guy. He was a dud. We're not going to fall for that again. We know what to look for. Bam, bam, bam. Like, you look at the small school guy we brought in as Zachariah Poyser. He belongs here. Hands down, he belongs here. Like you said, Jacoby Thomas. You got all these guys. David Blake.
Yep.
He looked like he belongs here. You get a lot of guys. And I like the type of D lineman Heatherman getting, because it's more conducive and more realistic. Like, you're not finna keep getting Jalen Carters and all that. Like, come on, man. Them dudes don't come around often. So when you get these dudes that attack and play the assignment football the way they playing it, like now you got Justin Scott who coming along. You feel me?
Yep.
You like you talked about Ahmad Moten. Like, and then when you look at the recruiting class, and then if we do bring somebody at D tackle from the portal, you necessarily ain't got to spend big because you kind of set. Now you can just get some depth. So I like where we at. I'm looking at this and I'm just like, we about to reload, D-Money. That's what I'm really getting to. We about to reload. Like, I don't see this train stopping. All that negative recruiting dies. The coach ain't getting fired because that's another thing. Coaches used to love recruiting against us because they knew, oh, they gonna fire this coach. Nope, he's not getting fired. Like Kane Felder just said, shout out to D. Lewis. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to these guys because they doing the damn thing. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm with you, man. Sorry, with the defensive tackle, Marlon Blunt, you throw him in that mix as well.
Oh yeah, that's a 5-star.
But I think when you look at the next year, and let's assume we retain the roster, which is kind of what's going on right now, and you don't know how it's going to work out, but it's a lot easier to retain the guys you're trying to retain with the way you're playing. So, you know, a Ray Joseph, he needs to play more, so he's going somewhere else. But the guys you're trying to keep, I think we'll be okay there. I don't know. You know, Horton, they wanted to keep last year, but it didn't work out. You ended up replacing with CJ Daniels. I think we're okay there. But, you know, you don't want too much attrition. But let's assume that everybody stays. You're talking about Malachi Tony coming back, all the freshman receivers coming back. If JoJo comes back, that would be a guy that's going to project, you know, to hopefully keep improving and take that next step. Still only a true sophomore. Lofton, if he comes back, I think he can get better shape, healthier, more like what we saw in spring. Then, you know, offensive line, Bell could get a waiver and come back. McCoy and Okola can come back. I butchered that one, but Sampson. Jackson Campbell goes right there, right tackle. We're talking about 5-star plus. Those guys usually start right away. Typically, guys in that rating at that offensive tackle, like Malinoa, they usually just kind of come in and start. Caden Proctor. So he'll come in there and start. Running back, Fletcher back. Pringle will be back. Quarterback got to figure out. But that's a lot of people coming back that you supplement them with some portal guys. And now your offense is I think, pretty strong and similar to what you had this year. Especially if you get some guys in the portal that can kind of elevate a little bit.
Yeah.
And defense, I mean, the big things of you replacing Bain and Messidor, that's huge. But you do have some defensive tackle. Like, we haven't even had Blay and still been playing well on defensive tackle. Those guys all come back. Linebacker, you're going to have to replace some guys, but the secondary all comes back for the most part, aside from Thomas and Scott, but you get Fitzgerald back. So, and Poyser. So, you know what I mean? Like, a lot comes back. You get to replace it with portal, and some guys are going to step up. But I think it's not like this is a going out of business sale with our current roster.
Right. And you want to know what? Before we get up out of here, I got one question I ask. What is D-Money's top 3 portal quarterback choices?
You know, we're like speculating big because these guys aren't even in the portal yet, right? So you got to kind of figure it out. I want to hear yours, by the way. You got time to say yours after I say mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, I mean, I love Sellers. I just don't know if Sellers and Dawson, that's the way it's going to go. If we do go that way, I like Sellers. I just think he's physically so good, and he's a good guy. Like, he's going to work hard to be better. For college, I think he's going to have enough. And I would run him, though. If you get him, you got to run him. You can't just have him drop back and try to be Ken Dorsey. Like, he's got to run. He's big, like run Newton, Tebow, that style. So I'd say he's one. I would say Levitt, 2. I'm saying 1. He's one of them. I'd say let's put him 3. Sam Levitt, he can run around, good arm, experience. I like him. The foot injury, though, concerns me. And then, man, CJ Bailey, I just think is the cleanest. I know you're not a CJ Bailey guy, so I want to hear your 3.
Oh, no, I am a CJ Bailey.
Oh, you are? Sorry. You are a CJ Bailey guy. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve. Okay, yeah. Because I was talking to somebody that CJ Bailey low on the list. I know you're with Bailey. But, I mean, just the cleanness of the fit, 70% passer, the size. Still only people talk about Luke Nickel being young. I mean, Bailey's only 1 year older than Nickel. It's just that he's been playing the whole time, so you don't know that. So he's got experience, plus he's young, accurate. I think the character is good from everything I've heard. He knows the guys already. He's not injured. It just seems to me the cleanest fit, but I want to hear your 3.
My 3, all right, Sam Levitt, number 1. Because, like, you know, he bring that running and he take the deep ball. And I feel like we can help his completion percentage. We can give you some easy passes. So yeah, that's number one. Like, yeah, he elevate us, but we gonna help elevate him. That's one thing I give Dawson. Like, for all the false people like to give him, develop a quarterback. When he gets somebody that he can work with, he gonna elevate him. So yeah, Levitt definitely number one. Number two, CJ Bailey, hands down. I feel like you're gonna get him at the right time. Because now you get him at the junior year, he gonna learn more football from Dawson. You're gonna see a lot more, and he gonna be behind a better O-line. And I just feel like he gonna go crazy with that. Number three, I'm gonna say Sorsby at Cincinnati. And they're just off of guys that I speculate hop in. This could change if certain people hop in now. Like,
that's a good list.
Yeah.
I say Sorsby's another one. I should have probably said him too. He's from Mateer. He's from Dallas, like Mateer. I could see some similarities there. Sorsby, I think, probably throws it better. Yeah, and like we just talked about all this kind of carousel.
Yeah.
How did this all shake out as far as where these quarterbacks go? If guys start moving around for these big jobs, if big jobs move, that's big quarterbacks are going to be moving too. Yeah. So we'll see, man. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And with that being said, Chasers, I'd like to thank y'all for showing out. You know, something nothing without y'all. D-Money, let the people know where they can find you. I'm glad you showed up too, my brother.
Oh, glad to be here, man. This is always a lot of fun. If Canes Insight, just check me out. Podcast on the website too, canesinsight.com, and a bunch of other stuff. But man, just love being on here with 50. We gotta do this more often, man. This is great. Shout out to the Chasers.
Hey, it's playoff time, D-Money. You gotta lace your boots up. We here. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be my time, Chasers. Watch out for the Grip Baileys, and peace.
What was it like when Miami was on top? Nico, it was an entirely different world. When Miami